Hello, I am Ian, and this video is about stonework, the quality of the stonework. We're going to look at some of the buildings, some of the stonework on the buildings that we can replicate nowadays, and some that we can't. What are we doing here? What is the meaning of life? Where do we come from? Are we alone in the universe? Is there a God? Is there life after death? What is it? Well, the answer is we live in a created reality. There's a creationary source, and the earth is an experiment to create one of our bodies. Our bodies are the technology. The ghost in the machine idea is spirit or a soul in a body. We're all an eternal spark of the creationary source, exploring a thought. Or we are an energy being made of plasma in a body made out of solids, liquids and gases. What would you like to call that? There's a bit of a list. Hopefully you get the idea. So our bodies are the tech. And when human beings first appear on this planet, we're in a higher state of being. We start off with the ability to build the pyramids or these ancient temple sites, buildings, etc., with the fabulous stonework that we can't replicate nowadays. We start off there, but due to a vibration mismatch problem with the base frequency of the Earth,
has always centered
resonance of the Earth, our bodies and the energy beings that we are, just kind of knocking the energy being that we are out of tune and causing us to age too quickly. We got worse. Over a period of around 12,000 years, lifetimes wither from 1,500 years down to 120.
Ironically, for a fair that was supposed to celebrate American achievements, they agreed on the European neoclassical style for the exposition's main focal point.
Years ago, we came up with a plan to divide the energy being that we are into two and live shorter lifetimes, experiencing being human, while we work on this vibration mismatch problem. We knew what the problem was. Back then, we didn't know what the solution to the problem was. So the plan eventually became to live shorter lifetimes, as this shorter lifetime also avoided the issues caused by the vibration mismatch problem. It was a big problem. So a couple of points to make. We are currently living in a reduced state of being. That ancient, highly advanced civilization that appears to have been lost was us in a higher state of awareness. We are still here. And the other point would be, when we came up with the plan 7,000 years ago, we'd already been back on the planet for 13,000 years. So some of the buildings were already there. The plumbing's in, the drains are in, we've got some kind of electrical energy source. We have high society. There's a group been on the planet, you can trace them back around about 5,000 years, and this group went around killing all the academics and burning all of the books. There's been a deliberate and systematic removal of all the information from the old world. History and science have been outrageously falsified, and layers of deliberately misleading information have been put in place in order to hide the truth. So let's have a look at the quality of the stonework. It's when the stones become too big to be manageable. There's no mortar used. The joints are perfectly fitted. We can't replicate that type of stonework nowadays. Those buildings were built by us in a higher state of being. And I would have said the majority of those buildings have got to be somewhere between the 8 and 18,000 years old. All right, this is the entrance to the Basilica at the Vatican. And if you have a look at these columns, the columns are in pieces. You know, they're coursed, the courses are in segments, but you can see there's no mortar used and the joints are perfectly fitted. And it's a similar story when you get inside it. I mean, it really is sensational. It's arguably the greatest of all the temple sites. You see columns in one piece. Look at the plinths. You've got the floor, then the plinth, then the column. And the plinths return round the corners in one piece. These buildings have got a look about them, you know, they've just got a certain look about them. Like a glassy, polished look when it's marble or granite's used. There's not even a ripple in it. Now let us look at some of the stonework that we can replicate nowadays. Liverpool Cathedral, built from 1904 to 1978, 74 years to build that. I went there, I had to go down for a passport to Liverpool one time, and while the passport was being processed, I gave the cathedral a visit. It's quite massive, very impressive. But as you can see, it's small, manageable pieces of stone, mortars being used. The red sandstone really highlights the joints. And it really is beautiful, but it's not in the same league as the Vatican. It's just a different ball game altogether there. I would have said the Basilica at the Vatican is an ancient temple site built by us in a higher state of being. Same reason as the pyramids, to temporarily correct this vibration mismatch problem that we had. Now, granite's a transmission stone. We've got a granite obelisk. In the pyramids, you would lie in the granite sarcophagus. You'd be singing tones known as the Keys of Enoch. This would set up a standing wave vibration within the chamber and vibrate you back to full health. So we've got a granite obelisk. It's on some earth energetic hotspot, some nexus point on the earth's energy grid. And it's transferring energy into the temple site. Underneath the central dome, we've got this 4-poster bed structure. I would have said that's some kind of a waveguide and attenuator, like sort of concentrating or focusing the energy. 28 meters tall, made of bronze. And if it's anything like the pyramids, you're looking for a granite box to lie in to sing, to alter the situation. And if you have a look at where St. Peter's tomb is, there's a well underneath that 4-poster bed structure. It's a health and wellness device, well and water. So the truth's in the language, it's in the names we call people and places. Now, our bodies work like this. We've got 2 nervous systems. One moves the muscles, the red stuff, and one does the sensing and feeling, the white stuff. The white stuff is the connective tissue, it's the facial web. If you magnify the white stuff, you find it's fluid-filled tubes full of water carrying light information around our bodies, like fiber optic cables. You know how Santa's got a red suit with white bits in it? Well, Santa means holy water, and holy means knowledge or learning. And so we're experiencing our physical body through the sensing and feeling nervous system, which is the, full of water, which would be the water and learning bit, or the holy bit. So if you look at the name Peter, you get Peter, Peter, Father, Father Christmas, Santa, holy water, water and learning again. And the same with the name, the word Pope. Pope, you get Papa, Father, Father Christmas, Santa, holy water, water and learning again. You know how Santa's got a red suit with white bits in it? And the evidence that supports the statement that the Earth's an experiment to create one of our bodies is, it's quite literally everywhere. It's hidden in plain sight, but it's hidden in symbolism. It's in the message or the meaning that's in the symbolism that's carved into stonework and buildings, statues, monuments, fountains. It's in fairy tales, nursery rhymes, Christmas carols, old and new folk tunes. There's many a film tells a similar story, and it's in the language, it's in the names we call people and places. We've been singing it, saying it, and praying it all of our lives. Mary had a little lamb. Jack and Jill went up the hill. When Santa got stuck up the chimney, Goldilocks and the 3 Bears, Puff the Magic Dragon, the Lord's Prayer, Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, the Wizard of Oz. All of these things are talking about the inner workings of our bodies. All right, thanks for watching, everybody, and hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. I'm just going to leave it there with this one. If you could please subscribe, like, share, tell your friends. Please check out the other videos. There's a bit of a story wherever you're going. There's a little piece of it. And we'll see you on the next one.
Paul VI always maintained a serene demeanor, a profound faith, and a special love for the poor. He died on August 6, 1978, in Castel Gandolfo at the age of 80 after a long heart illness. The world bid farewell with respect to the Pope of dialogue and tireless pilgrimage.
Again, 1867, then Vienna, 1873, then Philadelphia, 1876, then Paris, 1878, then Barcelona, 1888, then Paris, 1889, when they erected the Eiffel Tower.
The pair organized their design around a series of artificial lagoons and waterways, complete with artificial islands. One of the main attractions was the Basin, a huge pond in the Court of Honor which featured the 65-foot gold-gilded statue of the Republic, a road